Hey everybody, this is Peter from Guitar Travels, and today, July 19th, we're gonna go on an adventure, a multi-day hike in Rila mountain, which is the highest mountain range in Bulgaria and on the Balkan Peninsula. This is Peak Musala, which is 2,925 meters, and we're gonna go through it, so you're gonna see the official red mark path that goes to the peak. To be honest, I'm standing here at 2,360 meters, and I already went to the peak today and went down. I had a client, so I did already this route. You're gonna see the vlog later on. I took alternative route to the right and came down up to here, and now I'm gonna climb it. Once again, my goal for today is to sleep overnight at shelter Ledeno ezero, which is over there right below the peak. I'm expecting to get there for about less than 3 hours. It's a nice and easy hike with 350 meters of vertical denivellation to climb. It's again July 19th, it's Wednesday. There are relatively not many people in the mountain for the summer, and that's it. Let's just go. This is the official red mark summer path going from the cabin lift Yastrebets. This is the final station of the cabin lift Yastrebets that starts from the resort Borovets, and it goes there. It goes to Musala. Let's take a photo and we're gonna go. So here behind me there are a few cafes and restaurants that you can get some hot drinks and quick meal. This is the Mountain Safety Rescue Service cabins, and behind me is the hut Yastrebets, named as the peak. So you can come here with the cabin lift and you can sleep overnight at hut Yastrebets, I guess. But we're gonna go first over there to hut Musala and then climb up to shelter Ledeno ezero or Ice Lake. Let's go. So if you decide to climb Peak Musala during winter conditions, you should go here to the left. This is this route, the red mark path, is only strictly a summer route whenever there are no snow conditions. So if you want to do it in the winter, maybe we'll do a vlog for the winter too. Well, I don't record these guys, but so if you want to do it in the winter, you should go down. Here in front of us there are avalanche spots, so it's not advisable to come here in the winter. So we have a nice weather today. Clouds are building up at the highest peak, Musala, but no matter what, the valley looks gorgeous. So this is Peak Deno, this is Peak Yastrebets, and right behind it is Peak Musala, which translated means Little Musala. And views are mesmerizing today. Nice weather. So it's already 3 p.m. so everybody is going down to catch the cabin lift, and I'm just pushing up again up the hill. I'm gonna pass through Upper Musala. We're gonna check out what's happening there, if they have if they offer food or something, and then I'm gonna push up once again to shelter Ledeno ezero, where I'm gonna sleep overnight. I already went there on my morning hike, and I dropped some of my stuff over there so I don't carry it down to the lift and back up. Let's go. I just met a friend of mine, and it's a good chance to mention that I'm crossing the first of the 3 ski slopes, Markudjik 1, 2 and 3, that's the name, Markudjik, and they are the highest ski slopes here in this mountain. And I'm not a skier, but I believe in Bulgaria and in the Balkans in general. So this area, Peak Musala, is very interesting because of few interesting facts that I'm gonna mention later on, but first let's go to the hut. So here I just crossed the third ski run, Markudjik 3, and once again I'm reminding you, this is a strictly summer, no snow conditions route. If there is snow here, this section that is in front of me after Markudjik 3 is with high avalanche risk. It's a hill that gathers a lot of snow, and it has like negative forms that gather even more snow. So when it slides down, it goes down the valley, up down to the river. So the winter path goes exactly there, at the lowest point of the valley, right next to the river. So this is the red mark path. That is strictly only in summer conditions when there is no snow. Okay, so these guys recognized me, and the guy asked, "Hey, so you're gonna do it like twice today, huh? I saw you up at the peak." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna do it." The first time I was with a client, you know, I was guiding my friend Dimitar, and then the second time up, you know, I videotaped the whole circle route from the cabin lift to the cabin lift, and now I'm gonna go again because I want to videotape the normal route. So it's kind of crazy, but my backpack is much lighter because I left my clothes, most of my clothes and my food at the shelter Ledeno ezero. So now it feels much better, and I gave my travel guitar to my friend to bring it back to Sofia. Anyway, let's go. So this is Peak Musala, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but over there at the saddle of the ridge below, in front of it, there is a little pyramid, metal pyramid, blue color. This is the shelter Ledeno ezero. That's where I'm gonna spend the night at. Yeah, we have a way to go still. Let's do it. So pretty much this like area with plenty of buildings is literally just Hut Musala, and this here is the actual hut that works right now. Over there, that's the old hut that burned down like some, I don't remember, like 10-20 years ago. Now it's being renovated, and this huge thing here is the illegal Hotel Musala. They built it against all the regulations. It's totally illegal, so they never actually opened it, and it's never gonna open, but they just left it here so we can enjoy it. And in front of me up there, this little rock is the Sphynx. It's a very beautiful rock formation. And again, this is Peak Ledeno and Peak Karakashevo. Now let's check out what's happening at the hut. I was here for the last time in March, and they actually were working, and they provided like menu and meals. I'm not hungry, but I just want to snitch. Like back in March, I was guiding a group of 8 people here, so we stopped and we had like lunch. It was amazing. Like, it was very cold. So they actually have like a few soups and a few salads and an omelette, and the prices are very nice compared to the other huts. So that's the dining area. I'm gonna refill my water bottle and literally just hit it up to the shelter. I don't want to stop here. Okay, see you in a bit. Once again, the old hut, the working hut, and the illegal hotel. Now this lake is the Lower Musala lake. It's a beauty, huh? As you can see, most of the people don't know how to walk on paths. You always gotta give priority to people that are climbing. But anyway, and nobody's watching where they go, just walking, you know, wherever. Now that's strictly illegal. People are swimming in the lakes. This is strictly illegal. In national parks in Bulgaria, it's strictly illegal to swim in the lakes and the ponds. So these are intruders. Now this beautiful little lake is named Ferdinandovo. So this means that this is the lake of Ferdinand. And I said that I'm gonna tell you a few stories. Now it's a good point to share one of it. Bulgaria, after getting independence from the Ottoman Empire, in the beginning was ruled by Western kings of the family Saxe-Coburg-Gotski. So Saxe-Coburg. So the first king was Ferdinand. These people were keen mountaineers. Ferdinand and his son Boris, the next king, Boris III. So they're actually guilty for creating all of these paths here because they loved Peak Musala. So they used to come here in Rila very often, and we have a few regions of the mountain that are named after them. So his son Boris III was a keen mountaineer too, as I said. So he continued the tradition of coming here, and he insisted of building a telephone line that goes up to the peak. Up at Peak Musala there is a metal station that was built by the king Boris III. And because he loved to go over there and to do mountaineering and to sleep at the peak, he needed to be in touch with his kingdom. So he built like a telephone line, we're gonna see it in a little bit, that goes up to the peak. Now it doesn't exist. It's just the metal posts that are still there, but they're still there. So that's why this lake is Ferdinand's lake, named after our first king, and his son Boris III continued the tradition of his father to come here and to create more and more. Не ви снимам, съжалявам. These people thought I'm shooting them, but sadly no. So Boris III continued to come here, and because of him we have the metal station at the top of the peak and so on. So nice, right? So this is Peak Musala, this is Peak Bezimenen, and this is Peak Alekovo. And this is Alekovo's lake. Gorgeous, right? I have another vlog that I created today in the morning that shows how to go from the Gondola lift up at this ridge, up to Peak Musala and down to the Gondola. Yo, I'm a crazy one. A lot of walking for me today. Now this rocky formation again is the Sphynx. Now you can see up at the ridge. Now you can see why they call it the Sphynx. It looks like a Sphynx. Now these metal posts here in front of me are the ones that were used for the telephone line of King Boris III. It's a gorgeous view. Some of the highest peaks in Bulgaria. Now this is Irichek. It's 2,852. This one is the Little Musala, which is 2,902. And this is Musala, 2,925. Again, Bezimenen, and we don't see Peak Alekovo anymore. Now, as you can see over there is a little blue pyramid cap. That's the shelter Ledeno ezero, or ice lake, that I'm gonna stay for the night at. I already was there, as I said a few times earlier. I dropped my stuff. I guided my client down to the cabin lift, and I'm going up again. So let's do it. And this is the telephone, like what is it, like post or metal post or whatever it is that I told you about. Mistake, huh? So this is talking about the metal rope up there, but no. Almost here at the shelter, Ledeno ezero, a few hundred meters away, and at first thought I was thinking of going up at Musala peak again for the second time for the day. Now I believe I'm gonna call it a day and just chill out at the shelter, relax, get strength in my feet, because tomorrow I have a long day, and we're gonna climb Peak Musala tomorrow in the morning, first thing in the morning after breakfast, no matter what. So we're not gonna, it's not gonna get away. So this lake is the Upper Musala lake, no wonder. And this is the shelter. Let's go. So this here is the water. There is no other place to refill your water bottle. From here to Peak Musala. So I'm gonna use it and refill it, and I'm gonna use the time to tell you the second story, and it's about this metal construction in front of me. People call it shelter Ledeno ezero, which means ice lake, but this is not its real name. The real name of the shelter is Shelter Everest, because I'm gonna show you in a little bit. The real shelter Ledeno ezero, ice lake, this water comes straight from the lake. It's perfect. It's very cold. So the real shelter Ledeno ezero got destroyed many years ago, I believe from a fire or avalanche, most likely avalanche here. And this one is a new shelter that actually the Bulgarian government built it, like the Communist Party, built it in 1981, I believe, in order to celebrate the 13th centuries of the first Bulgarian kingdom at these lands. And they decided to name this shelter Everest, this metal construction, and to give it as a present to the people of Nepal. So they place it at the southern base camp, that is from the Nepalese side of the Peak Everest. Now, I guess when you start to do like something like this, you should like check the project up front and ask the people if they need it, because when the time came and they offered the shelter to the Nepalese people just said, "No guys, thank you, but we don't place metal shelters at our base camp, because base camp changes like every year depending on the ice, the Kumbu ice fall, so we don't need it." Then the Communist Party decided to place it here, since this is probably the coldest place, at least not the coldest, but it holds snow very late in the season. Now you see the shelter is right next to the Ledeno ezero, ice lake, which today I witnessed already in the morning. It has plenty of ice, so it's still frozen in a way. And now, since the start at the Gondola, at the cabin lift gondola at Peak Yastrebets, it's been exactly 2 hours for 6 kilometers, almost 7 kilometers, less than 7 kilometers of a distance, 470 vertical meters of a climb, and 122 vertical meters of a down climb. Yeah, to be honest, I thought of going to Peak Musala for the second time today, but now I feel tired, so I'm just gonna chill out here and grab dinner before the crowd comes afterwards. Before that, let me show you the ice lake and like the burnt or demolished down old shelter ice lake. It's right there. So that's the shelter Everest, and this is the destroyed shelter Ledeno ezero. It doesn't work anymore. I'm gonna stop and save the truck. This shelter doesn't work in the winter like full time, but it has a cold room here, these little stairs, and you can hide inside if you're like in the region and the shelter is closed. You can hide here, and that's why they call it the ice lake. So this is Peak Musala. The summer path, the red mark part, goes to the left, and on top of the ridge you can see there is a permanent metal rope that we use in the winter. Now let me show you how the shelter looks from inside. And there is one last story. Velichka, the lady that runs the shelter for 30 years already, showed me, I came here early spring, maybe 10 years ago, and she showed me where like a new bear, I mean just woke up from like hibernation, and used here behind the shelter to like as a toilet. It's crazy. So there was like some big droppings from a bear, you know, kind of crazy. Right next to the shelter or the spring. Now let's take a look inside, and I guess that's it for today. Maybe. Let's see, my belongings from earlier are here. Yes, they are. Nobody stole my underwear, that's great. Okay, so that's how the shelter looks like. That's it for today, guys. I'm gonna take a break. See you later. Okay guys, I'm at the shelter Ledeno ezero, and this is Murry. This cat lives up at the meteo station at Peak Musala, and now he's on a walk just to see what happens. Murry, ти си едно прекрасно коте. Ти си един прекрасен котарак. Прекрасен. It's a very nice cat. And down there are wild goats, but it's very difficult to see. So I'm gonna pet Murry.